Good evening. So, I thought I would just come on. I'm already ready for bed. I'm in the van. So, that's why I look like this. It's raining outside, and I know my hair looks darker. So, I went to Ruth yesterday, my hair lady, and we put low lights in my hair so that, when it grows out while I'm on the road, it won't be such a difference. And so, it's weird. I feel like my hair is brown now, but and so this is my natural hair when it just dries like this, because she had to get somewhere, and I'm like, you know what, just let me dry my bangs. She cut my bangs a little bit, she trimmed them, and then she took about ½ an inch off. But I digress. Let's talk about Charlene. So I posted a picture of Charlene getting towed, and that was on Sunday. And so Al and I had, Charlene was running good, but a light kept coming on. And so we changed the distributor cap and the rotor. And so, and it was really dirty. And that's what sparks is it the cylinders or whatever for the spark plugs and stuff? I'm just starting to learn all this. It's so intriguing to me. But anyway, we had left where we were, and then I started driving, and then Charlene started riding rough. And then I started smelling a burning thing. And so I pulled over in an Aldi's parking lot, and I called Al, and he's like, I'll be right there. And so he came, and we could not get Charlene to start. And so we tried everything. We worked on it. I was on my way to work, actually. Supposed to work 4 to midnight on Sunday. And I never made it into work because we were working on it. And then the next day, I had to get Charlene towed to, so I'd called my normal auto mechanic, Kelly. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I am so grateful that I have like really good people that I know I can go to, especially with Charlene. And so I called him, and he's like, well, Tracey, he goes, I don't think we can even get her in till next week because they're so busy. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no worries, And then he called me right back, and he hangs out at the bar. He plays darts at the bar that I hang out at. And he's like, the bartender, Susie? And I'm like, yeah, I know Susie. And he's like, her boyfriend, Daryl. And I'm like, yeah, I know Daryl. And Daryl has a shop right next to the bar. And Daryl is the nicest guy ever. And he goes, you might want to call him and see if he could maybe look at it. And so slept in Aldi's parking lot. The next morning, Al and I drove to Daryl's, and Daryl's like, yeah, have it towed here. I won't be able to look at it until maybe this afternoon. And I'm like, you got it. I'll wait till then. And so had it towed here. My insurance paid for the tow, so that was amazing. And he called me later on, and we had just changed the distributor cap, but the coil, he said it was not a strong spark, because the coil sparks the rotor to spark if you're a mechanic or if you know anything about cars, you're probably like, oh my goodness. But this is lay girls terms, okay? So I know that. And there was not a very strong spark, okay? So we changed that. Well, and then it was blowing white smoke out of the exhaust, which was gas. And he's like, I think it has to do with the fuel injectors, which we just changed. Al and I, all 8 of them. And so he said, I have somebody who's really good at this. And so that guy came today. So I slept in the van last night in the parking lot of the mechanic's place, of Daryl's place. And Al picked me up this morning and brought me to work. I went to Walgreens. It was truck today. I missed the 4 o'clock. I couldn't unload the truck. Oh, darn. But I got there about 8:30. And so I was just going to work until they called me. Well, he didn't call me till like 4:30 because he's working on other cars. Like, he squeezed me in. Like, that's how amazing he is. And and he said that we got the wrong fuel injectors, that they said that they weren't the right size. And listen, okay, so Al told me to, order these, and he knew he can't understand what happened. And listen, I do not hold Al responsible. Al was just trying to help me. He was trying to help me save money. And so, let's see, it's Tuesday night now. I work till like 4:30. Al picked me up. And so now Daryl is ordering new fuel injectors, 8 of them. They're $50 a piece, but it gives me peace to know that everything, will be fine. And so he'll get them tomorrow. They'll put them in, and hopefully Charlene will be good. But I haven't been able to do a lot because I haven't had a car. And so Jesse's picking me up in the morning, and I am going to drive her to school because, she's a teacher. And so then I'll go do my stuff. So I leave Thursday morning. I have to be there. I'm driving with the producer to Fargo, and it's going to be like 35 degrees in Fargo. So, so I have to dress warm. But I have to go, my makeup is in my storage. That's why I have to have like a heated storage, because that's where my makeup stays, and I have to have that for my makeup. So, and now Joy's paintings are there and all that stuff. So, so then I have to go like look through my makeup kit, make sure I have enough supplies and everything. If I need them, I have to go buy them. And I'm gonna go work out and take a shower and yeah, just get a bunch of stuff done. And then Al's actually gonna drive me Thursday because I'm gonna leave Charlene in Walgreens parking lot. And yeah, and then I go, and then I come back Sunday night, and yeah, it'll all work together. But I have been so amazed by how much feedback I got on the last one about Joy going to the assisted living home and how much it costs. And listen, I put something on TikTok also, and I have gotten such a response. So obviously this is something so many people are maybe didn't know about or do know about, have been through, and they all feel the same way. And it's just a travesty. And so I have Esther, who reached out to me through YouTube, and then on TikTok I had a lady refer me to a lady who literally deals with how to navigate like the senior system, like how to do this. And so I reached out to her and asked her if I could interview her. And so hopefully I will be able to get more information. Again, it just seems like so many people, I don't want anybody to have to go through this and learn this like on a whim like I have, especially with me leaving. That hopefully I can help to give you more information so that you're prepared, or maybe can plan ahead better, because we're Joy and I are in the crux of it now, so preparing for it. Well, now we have until like her lease is up in May. I'll come back in April, and I said then we'll reassess and we'll see what's going on. But as you know, like, I wanted Joy to be there because then she would be with my sister, okay? And they were both looking forward to it, actually, once they knew they were doing that. But now that Joy gets to stay, she's happy. And Joy does not need, a lot of help. And so I then right away, Jessie told me about care.com, because she used to teach autistic kids when she was in Seattle, and that's where she got jobs, because she would go like privately help kids. And and there's a specific place on there for senior help with seniors. And so she set up a profile, and then I started getting like, people submitting themselves, and this one just stuck out, and her name is Jenny. She's really great. while I was getting my stereo done, I had interviews with people on the phone. And then Jenny met with me and my mom, Joy, at 2 on Friday. And they got along great. She's really great. You know, right away it's awkward to meet somebody and be like, yeah, I'm going to be driving with you and going with you and you're going to help me. But my mom had drivers before who did the same thing. And they ended up being great friends. And my mom really loved her. And she only lives 2 miles away from her. And so, yeah, I think it's all going to work out great. We're going to have her for like 4 hours a week and do it probably once a week. And then she'll take Joy to, you know, if she needs prescriptions, I'll get notice. So I'll let them know they need to go pick them up. My sister Sandy will show her how to do the medications. She'll take Joy shopping. And then I gave Joy Al's number, and they get along really great. And so both Al's parents have passed away. And so, you know, if they want to go out, Al said I would love to go out with Joy. We've all gone out to dinner together. And so, you know, they can go out. And then I have my daughter Jessie, who will stop by and see her. And that's the interesting thing too, of course. You know, I haven't gotten a lot of bad responses, but a few. And a lot of them were like, oh, I cannot believe you're leaving, or, oh, I would feel so guilty, or, oh, me and my, you know, I dropped my whole life to take care of my, you know, mom or my dad or my parents or whatever. Well, you know what? Kudos to you. I give you many props for that. But Joy and I have talked about this at length, and Joy wants me to go. And here's the thing, what I think is a lot of times we're not honest with people. We don't have these hard conversations because we're afraid to. And it's just like with Al, you know, I told him, I said, do not feel guilty. You're trying to help me. No harm, no foul. And then I think we have to realize, like, I don't know, it just seems like when shit hits the fan, that's when I'm the strongest. And I realized that about myself. Like, when shit hits the fan, when things are kind of easy, my mind is like this, like wandering, I'm trying different things. But when shit hits the fan, I'm like, okay, it's go time. You know, this is what we need to do, and this is what I need to get done. And again, that's just what I've found recently is my personality. And, you know, like I'm just taking care of things. And so it is what it is. Like, it is what it is with the van. I'm going to get it fixed, and then it'll be fine, and we'll just move on. I mean, you can't go back, you can't move forward, and so you just have to truly. I was watching something on TikTok, and it just resonated so much. It was about quantum physics, and, you know, my mom studies that. And it's like, you know, when you're thinking about the past or you're thinking about the future, like you're suffering because you're the one doing it to yourself. It's all in here. So if you just stay in the moment and realize that there's nothing you can do about the past, there's nothing you can do about the future, the only thing you can do is deal with right now. And if that's how you approach things, then there's no, I don't want to say there's no feelings in it. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, there's no anger towards Al because he was trying to help. He wasn't doing it on purpose, you know, and it'll all turn out fine, and that's okay. And, you know, same with my mom. We tried all this, went through the process, and this is where we're at. And so we figured it out, okay, and now we move ahead. And I think we put too many feelings sometimes. We're too busy in our heads thinking about too much to really deal with what's in front of us. And I think that I have become even more resolute in knowing what I have to do, letting things that don't, like, I was watching Jeremy Renner, he's like an actor. He was in a really bad accident, and he said, I lean the fat. And I could really resonate with that. Like, when the shit hits the fan, you just have to lean the fat and get rid of all the stuff that doesn't matter, all that noise, you know? And you just have to deal with what's in front of you. And again, I think sometimes we think we're being nice by not having hard conversations, or we don't know how to approach them. But I tell you what, that's why I don't feel guilty about leaving Joy. And like I said, I have backup. I have people. I'm a phone call away, and I can always fly back at a moment's notice, you know. And Joy doesn't want me to stop living my life. Actually, she said if I was younger, I'd move somewhere else myself, you know. And those are the conversations that you have to have with people. And there's nothing wrong with talking about death. I mean, we're all gonna die, you know. And again, I think, especially with what happened with, you know, Maddie, my niece's daughter, who just passed away at 23 in a very tragic car accident, that it just brings back to me that, you know, you just don't know. And I just don't have time to deal with emotions. You know how, like, when I quit my job for the legal processing place, and you know, people are like, oh, I'd never not give 2 weeks and stuff like that. And I'm like, here's the thing. You have to take the emotions out of that job. There are no emotions. They aren't your friends. They aren't your family, even though sometimes they try to be, you know. And if they fire you, you're gone and then. Do you know what I mean? They clean out your desk. They have you escorted out by security and you're gone. You know, they don't think like, oh my gosh, I'm not giving them 2 weeks so that they can prepare to find another job. Well, you don't have to give somebody 2 weeks if that's how you're feeling, to prepare them, you know, so they can like slide in easy and not have to notice a difference, you know. It's just not fair. And I'm so realizing just how, I don't want to say brainwashed, but we have been taught, you know, this is what you do, this is what you do, like I said. And that's what I was talking about, like with the senior place. You could live the perfect life, you know, how they taught, you know, like my parents. Okay, you work a 9 to 5, you work the same place for 60 years. Remember, you used to get like a gold watch at 25 years and whatever at 60 years. And I think maybe back then there was more loyalty. There is no loyalty in any job right now. There's just none. It just isn't like it was. But they did everything right. My dad saved. And again, they were set. My dad died at 79. So 89. So that was 15 years ago. And Joy said, I never thought I would live to be 94. And so this is just where we find ourselves at, okay? And so we just have to deal with where we're at and figure it out from there. And we have. Like I said, now I know. I never knew. And thank God she's healthy enough, and somebody coming in to help her with her meds and stuff will be great. You know, she can keep Olivia, the cat. We were really worried about Olivia, what would happen to her. And so it all like happened the way it was supposed to happen. Or, like I said, the lessons learned. You have to take out what you've learned from it. And now we know what we have to look forward to, like if it comes to that ever. But again, you know, and feeling guilty, like somebody wrote to me like, oh, I would feel so guilty if I left my mom or, you know, I left them. And here's the thing, I'm 58. I told you, I've been through, you know, my family dying. They all died like, or had strokes when they were before 61. That seemed to be like the place, except for my sister who was 42. And like I said, Joy doesn't want me to. I know as a mom, I wouldn't want Jessie to stop her life to take care of me. And it's not like Joy can't take care of herself. Again, it's just like because she can't see. And now I hired somebody to help her. And I got Al here. I got people that love her. And my daughter will help. You know, I just didn't want to put that on my daughter. My daughter just started a new job. But, you know, you work through it and you talk to each other. And, you know, guilt is such a wasted emotion. I am not going to feel guilty about leaving. Again, I'm a phone call away. I'm a plane ride away. I can come back at a moment's notice. And I have people here that love Joy as much as I do and will take great care of her. I'll be in contact with everybody daily and it'll all be fine. And so it's all fine. Charlene's gonna be fine, and Joy's gonna be fine, and I'm gonna be fine, and life just goes on. But I think sometimes when people, like I said, I think I realized about myself, when shit hits the fan, I am just like head first into whatever problem it is. And I think that's why I was a paralegal. I love to solve problems. You know, I love to do research and dig in and figure things out. And so that's what I did. Like, okay, I mean, that was just last Tuesday. They told me how much it was. And then by Friday, we had hired somebody. I had done interviews and, you know, set up a personal interview with me and Joy. Thank God the first candidate was amazing. And then that happened to the van on Sunday. And so now, you know, that's going to get taken care of. I can use the car tomorrow. I'll bring Jesse to school, and then I'll get all my stuff ready, and then I'll leave Thursday to go to North Dakota. I think I have to go to the thrift store and buy a heavier jacket, though, because if it's 30 degrees. And I wouldn't be surprised if our shoots are outside, some of them, because it's for agriculture. They were last time. And so, so yeah. And then I'll come back. And I think I'm still going to work at Walgreens next week because I didn't get to work on Sunday. And, you know, I got to pay for the van. So, and I still have time to work. And my, you know, I told my boss, and she's like, Tracey, I got lots of hours. So whenever you can work, just tell me and you can come in. I'm like, great, thank you, you know? And so, yeah, so then I'll just be getting ready to, you know, Charlene will be fixed. I'll be good to go on the road. I'll have everything. And then Dr. Galani, if you don't know Dr. Galani, that's where I went to Florida. I went there. He worked on my eyes. I have pinky-lucky-las, or had them. I have one left. I had them all on all four sides. They're like scars on your eyes. And I went through a rabbit hole and found him. And then he was the guy. Like, I'm like, he's the guy. And he gave me my self-confidence back. I was really at a low point then because of all that. And Dr. Galani and I, and he's world renowned. People fly in from all over the country to see him. And we just like conversed. Again, I was honest with him. And I actually, when I went, because I knew there were so many people, I was researching. I even bought things that I knew didn't work, but I was just trying anything. And I have met people from all over the world because just from those videos of me, I videotaped myself like before I left and then going there because I wanted other people to see like what I was going through, because I don't know, I didn't know if it was going to work out or not, and it worked out amazing. And Dr. Galani is not only like, you know, my eye surgeon, but he also became a real friend. And again, because we can talk honestly with each other, and he valued my opinion. And he texted me the other night and he's like, Tracey, he's having a ball. Dr. Galani, if you see, he dresses impeccably, if you've seen the videos, and it's called the eyeball, which I thought was pretty funny. It's an eye and then ball. And he started a nonprofit. He's handing out like awards. And he invited me, he texted me, and he was like, Tracey, I would really like you to be here. He said, because you inspired me to do this. And I remember having a conversation because he was saying like the American Eye Association or whatever was stopping him because he's very forward in his thinking. Like he is way beyond other, you know, like eye doctors and stuff. And I said, well, listen, you have to make your own path. I go, they aren't going to help you, you know? And so, and that's what I just assume. I mean, I don't know. He just said I inspired him, and that's what I can think about. And we've talked before because he'll ask me questions about even just like being a patient and what do I think about this. And so that was really flattering. I mean, I don't know what I did. I inspired a world-renowned eye surgeon, but yeah, I'm going to the eyeball, and Keith is going to be my date because it's very limited capacity. I wanted to bring John and Gail too, but they can only have so many people, and so Keith is renting a tux because it's a formal event. So I guess I'll have to go to the thrift store once I get to Florida, because look at this is what I wear in the van. This is what I wear to work, and so so yeah, I'll be dressed up and, you know, maybe fancy for a night. And so that's on November 17th. So once I get to, and I also have like 2 e-bikes that are gonna come to Florida when I get there, and a power pack. I haven't done a video in a long time, but those are the only 2 things that I'll do right now, you know, as far as like reviews go. And then I'll be with Keith and John, and they're so much fun, like doing them with them. And so I have a lot of things coming down the pipeline, and I'm excited for it. It's challenging, but that's what motivates me. And I feel like the more challenging it gets, the more clear vision I have of what I need to do. And so that's a good thing. So yeah, so I plan on still leaving next Friday because it's getting really cold here. And so, yeah, I was trying to think of what else I have. Oh, and then the Fab Over 40. I like have kind of been out of the loop, but the next cut is Thursday, my birthday, Thursday, the day I leave for the shoot. But I voted for myself today because I'm like, now I really need $40,000 after having to fix Charlene. What that's going to cost, I'm assuming about $1,000. But so yeah, so no, not letting ego get in the way here, you know. If you can vote for me, please vote for me, because I could use $40,000 to help Joy and help myself and help other people. And yeah, I want to take care of the people who've taken care of me, you know, and I'll never forget that. And that's what I want to do. I don't really need it for myself. I just need enough, but I want to take care of people. I want them to be comfortable, you know? So again, yeah. And there's different cuts. So Thursday's another cut, and then it goes till December. So, you know, if you can keep voting, that would be amazing. I'll leave the link down below. If I win, again, great. If I don't, fine. You know, again, this is what we do. And this thing keeps turning. I keep trying to turn it this way, so I keep leaning over this way. So, but yeah, you know, everything is always good. And it is a mindset. It is a mindset. We make our own hell from here. And so I hope maybe that what I know and what I'm learning is that truly, and I told you, van life has helped me live in the moment. And these are the times that I'm really grateful for it, because, you know, I don't have time to think about the past or worry about something that's like happened maybe to trigger all this or whatever. It just is what it is, and it's just what you have to deal with. And it makes you so much stronger, like, you know, facing the mountains, facing the bridges, you know. They said the only way to it is through it. That's the only way. So just, you have to face these things head on, have the hard conversations, you know. And like I said, Joy and I are good. I know I won't feel guilty because Joy doesn't want me to stay here. It wouldn't make either of us better. I may resent it, or, you know, I spend every day with Joy. I go to Joy's almost every single day. And so, yeah, and she wants me to be happy. And that's what I want for my daughter. And so, you know, I just hope you know that it's easier sometimes to have the harder conversations because you actually get the answers from those, and then you don't have to second guess or worry about things if you do that just up front. So, okay, lots going on. Everything's good. All is good. Charlene's gonna be good. I'm sitting in the parking lot of an auto mechanic's place, and yeah, I'm gonna go to bed because Jesse's gonna pick me up in the morning and break. And I want to turn it this way, but it just keeps, the whole thing keeps turning the other way. Okay, now I'm kind of in the middle. All right, go out and make an adventure, no matter how big or how small. You don't have to sell everything and move in a van. You too could be sitting in an auto mechanic's parking lot. And just remember, again, when I'm spending money on this, this is my house too. So it's not just my car. It's not, oh, forget it. It's not just my car, it's my house. Maybe that's why, because I have it plugged in. It's not just my car, it's my house too. So it would be like getting your furnace fixed or something like that, you know? And I'm okay with that. Go call someone you love, and as Joy says, tell them that you love them. And go have like hard conversations with people if you need to. then there's no second guessing. Take things head on. Just live in the moment. Deal with things as they come. And yeah, and don't you dare forget your magic. Okay, I will see you in the next one. Bye.